Guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and this video is really going to help you. I guarantee it. Before you start watching the video, I want to talk to you about a few things. And let's talk about the problems that we're having. Problems such as our horse pushing us around, moving us out of our space, wants to kick at you, just walking over you, get in front of you, walking past you. All of these types of things are the problems that we're having. Now that we know what problem we're having, and there may be some more out there too, let's talk about what's causing the problem, and that's resistance. Resistance is when your horse is pushing into something that he's uncomfortable with instead of yielding to it, because horses are into pressure animals. So we've got to have a way to get a horse to feel comfortable and to understand the purpose of yielding. So where does resistance come from? Well, resistance comes from the horse having fear, not feeling comfortable with something, and tightening his body up, being in a defensive position. It comes from his survival instinct, his mind saying, hey, you got to protect yourself. I'm not sure about this. And just from his instincts, which is survival and fear. The other thing is from the human. We cause a lot of this resistance in the horse's body by pulling on our horse, not giving our horse the release of pressure when we ask him to do something, riding out of sync with our horse, kicking him, it can just go on and on and on. And a lot of times this is by people that are just, passionate horse people that love their horses, but, they're just starting out and they don't understand maybe pressure and release of pressure. So, disengagement. Why disengagement? With disengagement, we're not only asking the horse to yield part of his body, but we're asking him to yield the most powerful part of the body. Asking him to move his hips over, his hindquarters over. And when he does that, he's going to cross one hind leg over the other hind leg. And when he does that, that takes the power away from him. His life is pretty much in our hands now. So it's really important that we understand this and what the horse is going through mentally. Now when your horse starts crossing his legs and he's saying, I trust you now. I trust you. So we have to take that as, very precious and something very important that the horse is doing. And that's what we're working on, is trust. When we start building our trust, then we can build a relationship, and then the leadership will come in. Now, what to expect? When you start doing this, your horse is going to have a panic attack. Some of your horses may not do much of anything, but a lot of times a horse is going to panic because he is going against his instinct. He's crossing that leg. He's yielding the hindquarters away instead of into you, and he doesn't understand it. So it'll put him in a panic situation. So just be aware of that, and just stay with him. You don't have to get mad. That's the other thing, is control your body, control your emotions. When you control your emotions, then your body's always going to look confident, and that horse is going to feel much better when he sees a confident person instead of somebody that's got a lot of fear in them and that's scared and that's just trying to force the horse to do something. You're going to be able to get that trust, that relationship, and that leadership much quicker. So be mentally prepared. Start out with a good mindset, a good positive mindset. Expect all of the I call them hiccups that the horse may cause, and just be mentally prepared. Now, I would like to say all these reactions that you're seeing when you're asking your horse to do something he's not comfortable with, that's the reason, that's your problems that you're having in the saddle. When you're asking the horse go left and he wants to go right, or he's pushing on the bit, or bucking with you, or doing these different things that makes you very uncomfortable, that's what that is. That's resistance. That's resistance. So let's start on the ground and start working that resistance out, building that horse's trust to where he'll yield instead of pushing into you. Now, one other thing is this horse does give me some challenges that you're going to see on the video. Her name is Annie, and I was able to get her through this fairly quickly and be able to help her through this, help her overcome the fear and the confusion that she was having. And so understand that if this is your first time to do this, okay, so just remember that this is your first time, and you may not be able to get your horse to face you as quickly or to be patient. But the reason I was able to is because of my body language, because I was able to keep myself in a neutral state of mind. I didn't get excited. I made sure I kept myself in the right position. If my horse wanted to go around me, instead of trying to yank and pull, I was going for the hindquarters to disengage him, and I'll just work with him. Wherever he goes, I'm going to work with him, but I'm going to keep asking for that disengagement. Okay? All right, great. Hey, good luck. I promise you, you're going to have success in this. This is what we want. I want you and your horse to build that trust, that relationship, and for him to accept you as his leader. That's extremely important. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I want you to ask. And if you have any comments, please let me know. Okay, well, I'll be talking to you later. Enjoy the video. God bless you, and God bless your horse. Okay, hey everybody, we are in what's the name? Berryville, yeah, Berryville, Arkansas. And I got two celebrities I'm going to introduce you to here in a moment. And we're going to work on, I think this is a common problem that a lot of adults and kids have, especially kids, is their horses dominating them, walking over on top of them. Now this is, how old is this horse?
6. Mm-hmm.
This is a fairly young horse, and has been rode some. I think the last person got on her fell off. But but we're gonna work with her, and we're gonna find out where that buck's coming from, and this attitude right here. You can see that she's just she's telling me that this is her space, and I'm to walk out of it. I shouldn't be in her space. So when a horse is able to do that, and they think they can do that, which she's constantly doing it here right now, she's just moving me all over the place. See her nudging me? We're going to see a big change in that here in a little bit. But if she continues doing that, then she has all of the control. She can do whatever she wants to. If she wants you to get on her, she'll allow it. If she doesn't, then she's going to get you off. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Miss Katie Straw and Cody Straw, also known as Pee Wee. These are two very good young cowgirls here, and they compete. What's that called? The Arkansas Family Rodeo? What do y'all do? Barrel racing?
Pole bending.
And Katie, I tell you, both of y'all can really ride well. We're gonna, now Katie, you was telling me one time, what was it you were telling me that, let's talk about kids since we've got you two here. What's one of the biggest problems that kids have?
Controlling.
Control? Okay. And I would say, when I go and watch the rodeos, whether they're adults or kids, this is what I see happening a lot.
The head.
Horse, yeah, the heads up and down. That's just that's communication from the horse saying, you know, I'm in control. Get out of my space. Just, you know, whatever she wants to do. So we're going to work on that today. And the first thing we want to talk about is how to evaluate our horse. When we have a horse like this, I mean, we can do all kinds of techniques and stuff like that and get our horse under control. I could actually here in just a few minutes, I could have her out of my space and connected to me. But you can see how she's just, all this space is hers. And that's horse communication. It's not that she's stubborn. It's not that she's being mean. Look at the shoulder right here, pushing in to me and Pee-wee. Hey, watch out, Pee-wee. Let me bring her around. So this is normal. This is what you're seeing right here is natural. This is the same thing horses do with each other. This is how they communicate. This is how they build their pecking order. So that's what she's doing right here with me. She's telling me that I'm number 2 and she's number 1. Well, like I said, I could fix this here in just a few minutes, maybe even shorter than that. But what purpose would that be if I didn't know why she's doing it? Which I just pretty much gave you the why. Right off the bat, she doesn't know me. I haven't done anything to show her that I'm the leader of her and I, or I would like to be the leader. Maybe I won't get it just right now, but we will eventually. And so we're going to have to do some things with her that she'll understand. It's going to be the same way that another horse, say she was in a herd and she's number 2, but we're going to do some things that's close to what a horse that's number 1 would do to her, their language that he would give to her, that he's number 1. But first I want to show you 5 areas of resistance, and that's the pole, and we're seeing it in all parts of the body. The pole, the neck, the shoulders. We've seen her pushing us earlier here at the shoulders, the rib cage, and the hindquarters. So we have to check these areas, and this right here is saying she's getting frustrated. She wants to go. She wants to be with her buddy. So we know we don't have a relaxed horse here. We got a horse that's really getting intense and aggravated. So we want to check all 5 of these areas. And I'm going to say this horse probably on all 5 areas, she's showing resistance already. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is, I kind of got a light lead rope here. The first thing, I tell you what, y'all step back just a little bit. The first thing I want to do is control the hindquarters. When that's where all the power's coming from. If she wants to push me with the head, the neck, the shoulders, any part of her body, the power is going to come from the hindquarters. So I'm going to see if I can't get her to yield, and as she starts yielding to me, you're going to see her start paying more attention to me instead of being involved in these weeds or her buddy over there. So let's see what we can get done here. Now, here's the forward movement. That was a reaction. That was her with the little bit of fear there of not knowing what I'm wanting her to do, and then also taking the power away from her. See, now she's calming down. Now she's thinking a little bit about this, but the adrenaline, right there it is, right there. It's going to come back. So I'll just yield her again, and I'm going to take the pressure off of her. I'm going to take it totally off of her and let her think about it. Then I'm going to step in here again. There's a reaction. And I always expect this because she has no idea what's going on. She said, hey, who is this guy? And then I'm going to take the pressure off of you. I'm just going to relax. Woo! See, this is a lot. This is what we're dealing with if we have a lot of resistance in our horse. She's starting to understand it. She's going, this guy's moving me out of his space, but he hasn't done anything to hurt me. He hasn't done anything to hurt me. So at the first you've seen the reaction. That was fear, that was confusion, uncertainty. And so what we want to do, the reason why I take the pressure off of her is so that I can help her overcome that fear. We don't want her to feel bad. Fear is a terrible feeling, and we don't want our horses to feel that way. We want our horses to be relaxed and stay focused on us. Why do they want to be in a herd? Security? Yeah, security. They're safe there. They're safe there. Really important. That's what I want from her. I want her to accept me as part of her herd. I don't want to change the way that she thinks. That's the reason why I'm communicating with her in a way that another horse would communicate with her. I don't want to change her self-preservation. I don't want to change any of her instincts. I'm going to work with her instincts instead of against it. I'm asking her. I'm not demanding her. Good girl. So right now she's like, okay, the curiosity. We got some curiosity now, and that's what we want. When a horse is curious, then that means he's in a thinking, or she's in a thinking state of mind instead of a reactive state of mind. All right. So I'm starting to see a little bit of change here. And I'm going to rub her and I'm going to pat her. I don't want her to think that this lead rope and this halter is a weapon or something like that. I want her just to know it's a tool. This is my way of being able to communicate. It's your way of being able to communicate with your horse. So I'm going to rub her and pet her, and I want her to know that she gets comfort. You know, you've heard me talk about this in other videos. There's 3 needs a horse has to have, and that's survival. She showed that. Kind of spooked me there. She showed that. She's showing survival right now. There's something, a motorcycle or something going on over there, and it's frightened her. So let's get her attention back. Her focus.
Hi. Here, baby.
Get her focus back on us. And how did I do that? I did that by disengaging her. She nudged me. Okay. She heard something that she couldn't see. To her, that sound could be something that could kill her.
Scary.
That could be looking for her, to hurt her. So, I didn't get mad. My body stays calm, just like it would if she was standing here with her head down. We have to keep our body language the same. We have to be calm and relaxed because we know what? We know why she had a reaction right there. It was because of a sound that she can't hear. Now let's go back to our needs of survival. Survival is the top need. Survival to a horse is life and death. Is life and death. A plastic bag, you see them spook from plastic bags, and that's because they don't know what that plastic bag is. We do, don't we? We know it's to carry stuff in. And what's some things, Chips, you like?
Tackies.
What? Tackies, yeah. You know, we carry tackies in that bag.
Well, I don't know. I like lots of chips.
Okay. Yeah, we can carry, you know, just all kinds of stuff in a bag. It's just a bag. It doesn't have teeth, does it? Okay. So she doesn't know that. she thinks it could be something that's going to hurt her. It's going to kill her. It's going to eat her tonight for supper. Okay. That's survival. So we've got to get through that. And then there's comfort. The second one is comfort. Once she starts feeling secure with me, and then she knows that she's safe, and then she can eat, she can rest. Horses have to have their energy. When they're frightened, they know they're losing their energy. They're not going to be able to run away or run as far away as fast as they want to if they don't have that energy. Okay, so I'm going to do this a few more times. She's picking this up pretty good. But let me ask you something, girls. Do y'all think that, don't come up to her, no, we can't give her any treats. That's the other thing, glad you done that, because why do we not want to give her treats?
Because she hasn't earned it.
No, not that. What are we, okay, focus, but, you know, and I didn't mention it at the start, what's the number one thing? I'm not looking for perfection here today, but there is one thing that I have to build with her.
Trust.
Trust, exactly. So if I'm giving her, I want her to trust me because she knows I understand her. See, I understand why she speaks. I don't want her to think that because she's yielding to me, that she's going to get a treat. Because especially a horse with a lot of adrenaline like her, boy, her adrenaline's going to get higher, isn't it? Because she wants to get that treat. She's going to yield those hindquarters really fast so she can hurry up and get that treat. We want to keep her focused. That's how we get the trust. So we're going to build that trust. I don't care how well she does it. I just want to see her, when I see her starting to slow down and start to focus on me more, then I know I'm building that trust. Every day I come out here, I'm going to look for a little bit of improvement. That improvement is going to be measured by the trust that she gives me. He took the pressure off as she backed up. What did the horse do? The horse came back to me, didn't she? Now we're going to do this side. Now, all I'm doing, okay, right here, her right side is her weaker side. See how she wanted to get that head over there and block me really quick? Okay. Now when I come in here, and a lot of times this is a problem that people don't know how to get out of, and that's the horse constantly blocking them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my arm under here, and I'm going to ask her nicely to move her head to the other side, and then I'll just step right in here. Now, if your horse really fights you when you do that, just forget about this side and go back to the left. Do it a few more times on her left side, and then she'll start that trust. She'll start giving you more trust, and she'll let you walk in here. Now, when I'm disengaging, my focus is 100% on the hindquarters. I don't care what the head's doing. I don't care what the shoulders is doing, but all of my focus is on the hindquarters. I'm going to leave this hand up here like this, and I'm going to protect myself if she throws her head, or if she comes forward, I'm going to be able to move my lead rope towards her hindquarters to see if she can back up. Okay, and then I stop the forward movement. I shut it down. All right, I'm going to ask her. Now we're starting to get a little bit of licking and chewing, which is good. It means that she's trying to understand this. Thank you, girl. Thank you. And just step in here, rub her, pet her, and then ask her to yield. Just like that. Okay, so we know that we've got still a lot of resistance. Even though she's standing now and she's not trying to push me, we still have resistance in this hindquarters that we need to work on. So each day we need to get out here and spend 5-10 minutes disengaging our horses on both sides.